Hello everyone, it's Jimmy. I'm stupidly locked in here, and welcome back to another video of Pokemon Black and White. In the last video, we finally beat Subway Boss Emmett on the third and final set of the Battle Subway Double Line Chain, and today we're finally going to be able to take on the Battle Subway Super Single Line Chain, which is what I've been waiting for this entire time. But before I take on the Battle Subway Super Single Line Chain, I'm first going to show you all what my updated team looks like now for the Battle Subway. Now, as you can see, I've been spending all of my BP in the Battle Subway that I've accumulated so far, and I got the Choice Scarf for Garchomp because, unlike in the Gen 4 Battle Tower and Battle Frontier, there's just too many Pokemon in the Gen 5 Battle Subway that outspeed a jolly-natured Garchomp, and some of them can even knock out Garchomp in one hit before he even gets a chance to get an attack off, like a timid nature Starmie with Ice Beam, for example. So that's why instead of using a jolly nature Garchomp for the Battle Subway like I did in the Gen 4 Battle Tower and Battle Frontier, I've decided to swap it out for an adamant natured Garchomp instead with Choice Scarf, and an adamant natured Garchomp is really good in my opinion. Like, it hits extremely hard even without a Swords Dance boost, and more importantly though, it allows me to outspeed Pokemon that would normally outspeed Garchomp and pose a huge threat to it, like Latios, Latias, Starmie, Weavile, etc. In fact, and I was looking this up before I played this today, I believe that an adamant natured Garchomp with a Choice Scarf can outspeed all but 3 Pokemon in the Battle Subway, and the 3 Pokemon that outspeed it, even with the Choice Scarf, are Manectric, Entei, and Terrakion, 3 Pokemon that are weak against Garchomp's Earthquake, and none of those 3 Pokemon pose huge threats to Garchomp anyway. Yeah, but as far as the battle itself right now, I'm really glad that I put the Lumberry on Scissor, as it pretty much allows me to get off a Swords Dance against any Pokemon that can't do anything against Scissor, like Meganium for example. Whereas if I had, let's say, the leftovers on Scissor, then I wouldn't have any way of curing that confusion hacks that are used against me with Swagger, and then I would have risked hitting myself in confusion and losing a lot of HP, and then subsequently knocking myself out. But with the Lumberry, I'm pretty much able to avoid any status problems and pretty much sweep through the opponent's team like I am doing right now with Scissor and Bullet Punch. Okay, Drift Bloom, yeah, I believe at +3 Bullet Punch should knock it out. I mean, I guess it doesn't matter since it can't do anything against me, and plus I still have Garchomp and Gengar with me anyway, no matter what. But yeah, that was the first battle of the Battle Subway Super Single Line Chain, guys. Yeah, other than Garchomp, the rest of my team is still the same as it was before. I still have Focus Sash on Gengar and Lumberry on Scissor. And just for the record, I'm also playing this Battle Subway Super Single Line Chain without a computer next to me, so I'm pretty much playing it blindfolded, where I'm not looking up any of these trainers or the Pokemon that they use on their teams or their movesets or their natures or EV spreads or their sets, which is a really bad thing to do. I would highly not recommend doing this, especially if you're not going to record yourself playing it on a DS like I am. The reason why is because early on, the Battle Subway Super Single Line Chain shouldn't be very difficult, especially the first 7 battles of it. I mean, come on. I don't even believe that any of these trainers are using max IV Pokemon on their teams, so you really don't have to look up any of their info online in order to beat them early on the Battle Subway. But obviously later on the Battle Subway, especially once the trainers start using max IV Pokemon, like I believe after Battle 21, you definitely need to look up their movesets and the type of Pokemon that they use on their teams and stuff. And also because looking up all of these trainers online while holding the DS would just ruin the quality of my gameplay, since I don't have a capture card with me, and it would just make the battles and the video drag on a lot longer. Okay, wow, I was trying to use Destiny Bond on Swampert, but it keeps using Ear Code against me, so I guess it must not have any actual attacking moves on it. Like, it just used Roar on me right when I was about to switch out from Gengar to Scissor. And now Garchomp is out. Alright, let's just use Outrage on this thing, since I'm pretty certain that it doesn't have counter on it or an ice type attack. And wow, it was just able to live with 2 HP left. Oh no, it was able to knock it out, and I got hit with the Jaboka Berry. Wow. I never even heard of that item before in any Pokemon game ever, so I guess my knowledge of Pokemon isn't that great after all. Wow. And I'm confused now. thanks to the outrage. So I'm definitely going to have to switch out now against this Hariyama, so that the next time I send out Garchomp, it won't be confused. Alright, Vital Throw. That did a decent amount of damage. But yeah, one thing I'm going to mention though is that I'm only going to be recording the full sets from battles 1 through 49, like when you battle Subway Boss Ingo on the 49th battle during your streak. But then after that, I'm only going to be showing one video during each set afterwards, and that will just be with the VS recorder, since you only can record one battle during each set with the VS recorder, since the battles start to take a lot longer and get a lot more difficult from battles 50 and onwards. And I really want to make sure that I win and get my 100+ win streak in the Battle Subway Super Single Line Chain. And plus, you don't even get a reward for getting above 100 wins in the Battle Subway like you do in the Battle Tower in Gen 4, where you not only get the gold trophy, but also another star on your trainer card for getting above 100 wins in the Battle Tower. No, in the Gen 5, the Battle Subway, you only need to beat Subway Master Ingo on the 49th battle of the Battle Super Single Line Chain or Battle Super Double Line Chain in order to get another star on your trainer card. I think there might have been one other award or recognition that you get as well after you beat Subway Master Ingo on the 49th battle of the Battle Subway Super Single Line Chain or Super Double Line Chain, but I forget. If anyone knows though, just leave a comment down in the comment section. Okay, that Judagon used Scary Face on me, yet even at -2 speed, I was still able to outspeed it and knock it out in 2 hits with Shadow Ball. Nice. Okay, Skunk Tank. I'm definitely going to have to switch out on this turn to Garchomp. Yeah, normally I would switch out to Scissor, but I know one of these Skunk Tanks in the Battle Subway definitely has Flamethrower on it, but I'm not sure if it's this one though. Since I am playing this blindfolded, like I said earlier, but an Earthquake should be able to knock it out. Oh, never mind. It has the Shuka Berry, which is going to allow it to survive with a little bit of health remaining. Wow. That's annoying. But luckily, Night Slash can't do too much to me, and I can always just finish the job on the next turn with Earthquake. Okay, Superior. Yeah, anytime an opponent sends out a Grass-type Pokemon, unless it's like a Water Grass-type Pokemon like Ludicolo or a Grass-Ground-type Pokemon like Torterra, I'm always going to switch to a Scissor, since Scissor just pretty much walls any Grass-type Pokemon other than those 2 typings. Okay, Attract. Wow. I hate it when the opponent uses Attract on me. Like, it's so annoying. Like, it's... Okay, good. I was able to get off a Bug Bite on it. But, like, you know, luckily I'm only going up against a Superior right now, because if I was going up against another Pokemon that was more difficult than it, then all of the times that I would get immobilized by Love, like it just did, would really screw me over, since I can't get an attack off. It's almost just as bad as, you know, being paralyzed or burned or frozen or confused or having any type of status inflicted on me. Like, it's just wasting my entire time right now with all the accuracy lowering, and okay, it's gonna use Dragon Tail on me, which is gonna force me to switch out to a Pokemon that doesn't have its accuracy lowered. Alright, Gengar, please finish the job on it. Yes. Yeah, there you go. Take that, Superior. Wow. Early on in the Battle Subway or the Battle Tower, in previous gens, you can afford to make a mistake or even multiple mistakes and still win the battle, but later during your streak, especially Battle 49 and onwards, you really can't afford to make any mistakes at all, since the Pokemon get a lot stronger, and some of the trainers even start to use legendary Pokemon on their teams. But right now, we're just battling against non-legendary Pokemon, like Ambipom, for instance, and please tell me that Focus Blast is gonna hit. Yes! Yes, there you go. Finally, I was able to hit with Focus Blast. I swear. I feel like every time I've used Focus Blast so far in the Battle Subway, I've always missed with it. Even though it still has like 70% accuracy, which isn't great, but it's not like, you know, like Fissure or Hornjo, which only has like 30% accuracy. Okay, good. That Shadow Ball was able to do over half on Quagsire, and now it's going to use Vest, which is really annoying, and especially since it probably has... Oh, it doesn't have a Chesto Berry. I'm assuming it probably has the move Sleep Talk on it, which is going to allow it to use a move while it's sleeping during the battle. Up like it just used it right now. And what did it use? Bulldoze. Ha 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 ha! Bulldoze doesn't affect me since Gengar has the Levitate ability. And now you're screwed. You're going down with another Shadow Ball. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Okay, Wall Vein. Since Thunderbolt is also super effective against it, there's no reason to use Focus Blast against it since Thunderbolt has 100% accuracy and Focus Blast does not. It was still able to do more than half of its health, although it did use Stockpile now, so it's going to raise its defenses, huh? Oh well, let's just keep spamming Thunderbolt on it. Worst case scenario, like if I get on low health with Gengar, I'm just gonna use Destiny Bond on it, and wow, this it used Vest on me. That's the second Pokemon in this battle so far that's used Vest on me, and unlike that Quagsire, this one does have a Chesto Berry, which is gonna immediately wake it up after it goes to sleep from using Vest. But yeah, not like it matters since I still have Garchomp and Scissor in the back, even if it does knock me out. And Frost Breath. I believe Frost Breath always gets a critical hit off on you, but it still doesn't do much damage to you. Like, it doesn't even 2-hit KO me, even with the critical hit on both turns. And Gengar does not have great defenses either. So yeah, one more Thunderbolt should hopefully knock this thing out, and then we'll be moving on to battle number 6 of this first set of the Battle Subway Super Single Line Train. And yup, there you go. Battle number 5 is in the books. Alright, battle number 6. And who does he send out? Oh, it's Snorlax. Wow. These things are super bulky, especially special defense wise. So I'm definitely going to have to switch out, as even the Focus Blast can't really do much to Snorlax. And I definitely don't want to risk it missing either against it. Alright, well, it's going to use Wild Charge against me. I don't want to risk this thing getting a critical hit off on me, so I'm just going to go straight to using Super Power against it since Scissor is faster than it. And Snorlax's defenses aren't as good as its special defense. And Super Power was not quite able to knock it out in one hit, and it's going to restore its health using the Citrus Berry. Great, great, great. Well, luckily, Wild Charge is gonna take away some of its health since it does come with recoil damage. So let's just go with another superpower against it. Even though my attack stat has been lowered, it was able to knock it out. So nice. Clean Clang. Okay, wow. I don't know what these things have, but since I'm at low health, I'm just gonna use another superpower against it, and it used Thunder Wave on me. Luckily, I have a Lumberry on me, so yeah, take that, Clean Clang. Yeah, why would you use Thunderbolt against me when I'm already at very low health? Should have just knocked me out with whichever attacking moves that you have on your Clean Clang. Okay, it's gonna use Volt Switch against me, which is it gonna knock me out? Up, not quite. Wow, nice. I don't think that would have even 2-hit KO'd me, as it only did like 20 HP to me. And now that Bolthalon's gonna have to eat a superpower. Even though I've used superpowers so many times now, my attack has been lowered. It still does a decent amount of damage to it, almost half. And I'm just gonna keep spamming superpower on it until it finally decides to knock me out. And it's gonna use Aerial Aids against me. Wow. What a way to finish me off. I'm gonna send out Garchomp next, and I believe that Earthquake should knock out this Bolthalon and especially that Clean Clang out. So even with the Choice Scarf, I should be good. Yeah, I pretty much have this battle in the bag now. It's nothing really to worry about now. Alright, Earthquake. Up, it has a Shuka Berry. So, up, but still, it was able to knock it out anyway. Even with the Shuka Berry, so ha. That just shows you how powerful Garchomp is. Like, even when the opponent is using a Pokemon that has the Shuka Berry on it, Earthquake can still knock it out even through it. Alright, battle number 6? What? I thought we just did battle number 6. I guess I overcounted by 1. Wow. I can't even do basic math now. Huh. Oh well. Battle number 6, Magnetric. Yeah, I'm definitely going to switch out to Garchomp on this turn. Anytime that an opponent sends out an Electric-type Pokemon on the first turn, I'm always going to switch out to Garchomp since Garchomp can easily knock it out in one hit with Earthquake, and it's almost always going to use an Electric-type attack against me. Like it did here. Oh, nope, it's going to use Crunch on me. Wow, I feel like an idiot saying that, but luckily it's not going to do much to me at all, and I'm just going to be able to easily knock it out in one hit with Earthquake. Yeah, the only annoying Electric-type Pokemon in the Battle Tower or Battle Subway is Zapdos, since it's a flying type and it's immune to Earthquake. Well, I guess that and Thundurus, since it's Gen 5 as well. But other than those two Pokemon, none of the other Electric-type Pokemon scare me at all in the Battle Tower or Battle Subway or Battle Frontier, since they all get easily knocked out by Garchomp's Earthquake. Alright, Escavalier. I don't have a great switch in against this thing, so I'm just going to keep sticking with Earthquake against it, and I was able to knock it out. And Lantern, wow, this is going to be an easy picking. Yeah, Lantern is just dead meat against Garchomp. It can't do anything against it. And Earthquake easily knocks it out in one hit. So yeah, that Escavalier can actually be a real pain in the ass to deal with, since it has really high attack and its defenses are also pretty good. Like, its attack stat is even higher than Garchomp's, and its defenses are both 105, which are also higher than both Garchomp's defense and special defense stat. Luckily, it's really slow though, so it's always gonna get outsped by any Pokemon on your team. Alright, battle number 7. Ninetales. I don't want to risk this thing burning me with any of its fire type attacks, so I'm just gonna stick with Shadow Ball on it with Gengar. And even though Shadow Ball was not able to quite do half to it, it used Nasty Claw against me, so now I can just get off another Shadow Ball on it, and with the Focus Sash I'll be able to survive any hit that it uses against me. Okay, Heat Wave. Please don't burn me. Please don't burn me. I'm begging you. I'm begging you. Okay, good. It didn't burn me. Yeah, I was about to say, because if had I switched, on the first turn from Gengar to Garchomp and had it burn me with one of its fire type attacks, I would have been screwed for the rest of the battle. So yeah, Wailord. Okay, this is the first time that I'm actually going to use Destiny Bond in the battles so far in the Battle Subway. Watch this, watch this. Okay, it's going to use Water Sprout against me, right? It's going to knock me out, right? Oh, I took it down with it. Ha ha ha. See ya. See ya, Wailord. See ya. Yeah, having Destiny Bond on Gengar makes the battles go by a lot quicker, since, after you get Gengar down to like 1 HP or a little bit of HP left, you can pretty much just use Destiny Bond to knock out the opponent's second Pokemon, assuming that Gengar is able to 2-hit KO or 1-hit KO the first Pokemon on the opponent's team. Okay, Bronzong, wow. These things are so annoying to face because you can never tell which ability it has on it, like whether it has the Levitate ability or the Heat Proof ability, which it clearly has on it right now, since Fire Fang wasn't even able to do a fourth of the damage to it. And plus, it has really high defenses, so it's going to be really hard to knock out. And it just used Vein Dance on me. I'm not sure what the point of using that was, but I'm just going to use Bug Bite on it, since Bug Bite is, does neutral damage to it. Okay, Charge Beam. Yeah, that didn't do anywhere near as much as I thought it would. Alright, one more Bug Bite should finish it off, and that's it for Bronzong. That is the 7th and final trainer in the Battle Subway Super Single Line chain, and it's only the first set, so we still have a long way to go, but yeah. In my future videos of playing the Battle Subway, especially sets 2 through 7, I'm strongly considering turning off the battle animation, since having the battle animation makes the battles go by a lot longer and slower. So yeah, that's it for this video. Thank you all so much for watching, and be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you all in the next video, where we'll be taking on the second set of the Battle Subway Super Single Line Train. So see you guys then.